Alright, so I've been getting really serious about TikTok growth, and within the past 30 days alone, I have been able to amass an additional 18,000 followers, which is pretty insane. So in this video, I'm going to share how I did it and how you can do it too. If this is your first time arriving to my channel, my name is Kris and I talk about everything social media marketing, content creation, and just being a content creator full time. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you're notified every single time that I upload new videos. Alright, let's talk about step number 1, which is creating a schedule for your content. So all of the steps that I am going to be talking about are important, but this one is especially important because you need to be really consistent and patient for growth. I mean, on TikTok, it is relatively easier to go viral and get a lot of reach with your videos, but you really need to show up and test various different types of content and to do it consistently. So creating a schedule where you're posting multiple times throughout the week. Sometimes I post 3 times a day, especially when I'm in that growth mode. 1 to 3 times a day is really that sweet spot so that you can see what resonates with your audience, and then you're able to do more of what works. It definitely doesn't make sense to create the type of content that isn't really getting much views or interest from your audience, so you want to be able to test lots of different types of formats and styles and trends. And one tip that really has helped me with staying consistent with my content strategy is to batch create my content. So I will do my research on one day and outline my videos on a Monday. Monday is usually when I do it, and then on Tuesdays I record all of my videos for the week and then I'll edit them at a later time, just because if I try to record and edit all in the same day, I get a little annoyed. So I try to do my editing and recording on separate days, but I have them saved in my drafts, and then throughout the week I will post my videos, whether it be 1 time a day or 3 times a day. It really just depends. But the more that you want to grow, the more that you should be posting and just testing various styles of content. I also recommend that you pick a niche when you are ready to start getting serious with growing on TikTok. So you want to think about what you want to be known for, and just think about the types of topics that you want to really talk about so that you can showcase your expertise. So if you are a coach or a life coach, then you should be looking up topics that are really going to pique your ideal audience's interest and start talking about those things so that you can really establish yourself as a thought leader. And another thing that you should do is see what trends are going on TikTok and figuring out how you can apply that to your niche, because trends are another way to just really help you take off and reach a wider audience. And then tip number 3 is to really observe what's happening on TikTok. So, checking out what's happening on the homepage, like what do you keep seeing? What are some topics that people are talking about constantly when you're scrolling through the homepage? And then also I recommend creating a list of 3 to 5 competitors within your niche, and, just keeping track of what's working for them and what isn't. And I'm not saying to just go ahead and copy, and I see a lot of people do that where they just copy people and they don't try to add anything unique to their content. And I don't recommend this, because if you are just going around copying people, essentially you will become faceless. It will be hard for you to stand out and you'll just look like everyone else. And if you really want to build a personal brand, if that's important to you, then you want to be different, you want to be unique, you want to help people. But you can get inspiration from others and see what kind of content is working for them, so then you get your own ideas and start creating even better versions of that kind of content for yourself. And something else that I really encourage my clients to do is to pay attention to the analytics on your profile. So checking the analytics behind your videos and seeing which videos are getting the most shares, the most followers. That is a good indicator that people like specific types of content more than others. So say if there is just like one style of video that you do, that every time you do this one style, it gets like 500 followers, and then some of your other videos might only get like 10 followers and very little shares, then you want to recreate what's working, because that is how you can really grow on platforms like TikTok. And then this brings me to my next tip, which is to not overthink your content. When you're first starting out, it's so easy to be discouraged or feel a little insecure, maybe not feeling good enough or up to par when it comes to creating content and putting it out there for the world to see. It is challenging when you first start, but if you're starting from zero, one thing that I always say is, in the beginning stages, very few people are watching anyways. And yes, on TikTok, you can go viral a lot easier than you can on other platforms, but in most cases, you have to put out a little bit of content before that really starts happening. So just trust yourself and just know that you are good enough. And if you do some of the stuff that I mentioned throughout this video, like staying consistent and just constantly testing new types of content, over time, you will start to get better. So quick story time, I had a really bad habit of overthinking my content. And sometimes I do, but I quickly just say, you know what, I want to serve people. And I feel like if you have the right intentions and you want to just provide value to people, you will do really, really well. But there was a time in the beginning of my journey when I first started with TikTok where I just wanted to grow and I was putting out content. And I would batch create and I would store the videos in my drafts. And then what happened was I ran out of stuff that I needed to post, and I had this one video left in my drafts that I left this video sitting in my drafts for, no lie, like 2 or 3 months because I didn't like how I looked. My lighting was bad. I thought I looked crazy. I thought I sounded stupid. So I just kept refraining from posting this one video until I had nothing left to post, and at the moment I didn't have anything else recorded. So I said, you know what, I want to practice what I preach and stay consistent. So I posted the video, and I'm just thinking, this video sucks, no one's going to watch it anyways. And what happened was this particular video ended up blowing up overnight. And I'm not telling you this story to brag, I'm telling you this story to let you know that things can change for you just like that overnight. And if you put in the work, if you constantly test different types of content, then you are increasing the likelihood of just something taking off for you. And you are literally just one video away from possibly changing your life. So don't ridicule yourself, don't overthink your content and feel like, you're not good enough, because you have a mission, you have information that you can share with people that will help people. So just put it out there, and you never know what will end up happening. And you also want to be taking advantage of trending sounds, and you can find trending sounds really by scrolling through the homepage and seeing what sounds that you keep noticing that keep popping up in the videos when you're scrolling through the For You page. Trending sounds can really take your videos to the next level as far as the reach and how many people can see it. And I noticed this as well with Instagram too, where there have been times where I'll post a video without any sound, and then I didn't really like how it performed. And then when I tried reposting that same video with a trending sound, it just took off. So trending sounds will definitely help you. Pay attention to the ones that are really giving you that big boost on your videos, and keep using them and trying different sounds to see what other ones can help you reach a wider audience as well. And you also want to make your videos interesting. So I provide a lot of informational type videos, and one thing that I'm trying to implement more in my videos is just more movement, because it's really what captures the audience's attention. And it doesn't have to be anything ridiculous, right? Like, you don't have to be doing cartwheels or anything like that, but some type of movement, whether you're walking towards the camera or you're doing something with your hands, or you're making your bed, or you're folding clothes as you're about to give some information in your video or tell a story. That kind of stuff is really what captures people's attention and can drive more traffic to your videos and make you stand out, versus if you're just like sitting still and you're not really doing much. You have to understand that people have the attention span of a commercial, and they're always on to the next thing. So you want to make sure that you are like reeling people in and making them stop scrolling and wanting to check out your videos so that they can learn what it is that you have to say. So you really have to capture people's attention in that first couple of seconds of your video. And I promise you, if you continuously test different types of content, different styles, you will learn what your strengths are, what you're good at, what people like a lot faster. So I encourage you to just stay consistent, create a schedule for yourself, batch create your content, engage with your audience. If people are taking the time to reply to you or leave comments underneath your video, then you want to reply back to them and engage with them, because people will remember that, and that is really how you will build loyal fans and a bigger audience on platforms like TikTok. So this concludes this video. I hope you found it helpful. Make sure that you are staying consistent with your video content, constantly testing new things, putting your face out there, provide value to people. Go in with the mindset of just serving your audience and giving them helpful tips and information, educate people, and also tell a story. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.